Hello, I'm Armageddon, and this is the Raid Area 51 edition of the Armageddon Hour. In like an hour or something, they should be raiding Area 51, which I don't think that'll happen. I'm sure there'll be that guy who drinks too much and then tries to charge the gate and probably will just get clotheslined. But for the most part, it looks like they're kind of just having a big like football parking lot kind of style grill out and hang out. There's some interesting characters. It looks like a lot of people are in spirit there, dressed up and stuff. I live in Tennessee, so it's a little too far for me to drive. It's been a few years, but I actually visited the area a couple years ago when I was on my way to Mexico. We stopped through there. It's kind of a conspiracy theory trip kind of thing. So I stopped in Dallas, Texas. Shot some footage of the JFK assassination site, grassy knoll, all that. But anyways, so this is some knickknacks and whatnot I actually got when I was there. This is a pretty cool little brochure for the International UFO Museum and Research Center, which is located in Roswell, New Mexico, which is not actually Area 51. It's right outside of Area 51. It's two separate things. Roswell was notoriously known for their UFO crash they had there. Area 51 is, of course, basically, it's just a top secret Air Force base. So, yeah, it looks like these guys are having a good time. So, there have been reports of people actually trying to storm the gates, which they were swiftly and quickly clubbed over the head, I'm sure, and drug off for anal probing. Yeah. Looks like for the most part they're just kind of just a big get together for UFO nerds, which I am as well. Got my UFO shirt on today, my alien conspiracy theory Illuminati shirt on. So it's gonna be an interesting night. Hopefully nothing crazy happens and everybody's safe. Looks like they got a lot of media there as well. Something else I got when I was there was this really cool Area 51 security pass here. It's pretty cool. Should be a closer look at this. See that there? And that's just gonna say, security pass warning, ID required to enter. Kind of novelty kind of thing there. Use of deadly force authorized. It's pretty cool. I got that when I was there as well. Always been a big UFO guy. It's always intrigued me. So I was pretty excited to see how this night played out. Looks like they've got some. We've got some tinfoil hats spotted here. Looks like. It's funny. Yep. So he's got his Alex Jones InfoWars aluminum foil hat on. I have misplaced mine. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, like I said, throw a little footage on there for you of the area. There's lots of cool little gas stations out near it. Alien themed gas stations, it's pretty cool. I got some footage of that as well. Alien fresh beef jerky. Look at the sunset. Super pretty. Man, that dirt sucks. Eating spoonfuls of dirt out here. It's not a whole lot out here, but the Joshua tree cactus and some gas station. Dirt storms, apparently. An alien fresh beef jerky. hey, why the hell not? It's pretty cool. Check this guy out sitting on the roof.
They usually do.
Some X-Files. Hearing some dogs barking up. There's a police car. And the law's arrived. You know this has got to be coming from someone who's done security professionally for combined 10 years. Yeah, this would be super annoying for the security guard's job there. Or just anywhere near there, to have a bunch of crazy kids running around, probably jacked up on drugs, because if you're going to go, you know, all the way out there, who knows? What all these people are consuming there at the Area 51. Check this fence out. This fence has just got like razor wire, just big rolls of the razor wire wrapped up. So we'll see if they actually make it through. It's supposed to happen soon. Hopefully everybody exercises common sense. I would highly advise you for that, because it is a military installation. This is a military base. They do not play games. If you try to jump that fence, if you can get past the razor wire, then your head might just explode when you get to the other side. So for everybody's safety, please do not actually try to storm this military installation. It's not going to turn out well. But I do admire the passion and spirit of these folks. It's pretty cool.
Just a bunch of people running amok. They had one specific emotion, and that's from, I think, a pretty wild day.
Oh, there was no alcohol there. No alcohol at all.
We legally have to inform the guards, but I'm just going to stay here because I think they already know.
So apparently what's happening is a guy's about to jump the fence and try to get into Area 51.
I'm going to get out of here.
There's always that one guy.
I'm telling the people right now.
Don't be that guy.
Like, it would be
that guy's going to wake up hungover in the middle of a desert jail somewhere.
Like, that would be some easy content. Right?
Probably with no money, and no idea where his car's at. And he's probably from Nebraska.
What they're doing right now.
Exactly.
So
that's
what
I'm
really
saying.
You can't put ourselves in that situation.
Let's calm these bros down. They're getting a little too excited there. They had this really cool old guy on there earlier from South Carolina. Kind of looked like Santa Claus if he was bald. Maybe a UFO will show up and just start abducting people. Or just like Mars Attack style, start shooting laser beams into the crowd.
We come in peace. We come in peace. We come in peace. We come in peace.
They came in peace.
Me personally, I don't think I would touch this with a 10-foot pole. I like when I went, all this riffraff wasn't going on. It was quiet. It wasn't as fun though. It was pretty boring. It's just miles and miles of fencing with razor wire around it. Honestly, it's pretty intimidating because the desert's already an intimidating place. You know, this vast, endless heat, and then at nighttime, you know, of course, it gets cold in the desert. So you sweat your balls off all day out there, and then they're gonna get chilly tonight. Maybe the government will do something cool like fly some crazy new airplane over or hover, shoot some laser beams down or something. If I had some muscle out there at Area 51, I would totally do that. I would be screwing with these guys so hard, it would not even be funny. Well, actually, it would probably be very funny. There's the security and the police officers. You know they're probably annoyed. Yeah, like I said, if you look, they've all got sweaters on. You know, it's probably pretty chilly out there. But this would be a good time of year to do this. It's perfect for it because the temperature's not going to be as harsh probably right now. And you don't have to worry about rain in the desert. So it rains twice a year in this specific area of New Mexico. It's kind of near all this. And when we were going through there, actually, a very quick burst of rain happened, and there was actually some kind of military 18-wheeler hauling something had wrecked because all that oil just, you know, over the year just sits on the road. There's no rain, so it just kind of sits there. So when it does rain, you know, it causes the entire highway, the stretch of highway, to just become like Mario Kart racing. Like cars just hitting banana peels. It was crazy. We sit in the desert traffic for hours because they had to quarantine off all around this 18-wheeler that had wrecked near there. I don't know what was in it. People were literally out sitting on their cars. It was interesting. You know, they always say luck of the Irish, but they don't specify whether it's good or bad luck. So it was interesting nonetheless. Looks like we've got some reports of people already going to jail. So if you're there, don't go to jail.
To help you guys,
If I was there, I would totally be
I'm gonna make sure that I
hanging out with this guy.
Okay?
I'm sure he's got some good stories to tell. Probably had a few Provens in his day as well. So
That's the real question. Get those guys together.
I'm sure he's got some interesting stories there.
I gotta check you out because you're all awesome. You got a great personality.
Thank you, sir.
What's your name, by the way?
Hunter.
Hunter, nice to meet you. I'm Liam. That's my buddy Jake.
How's it
And
going,
we got
Jake?
Daniel over here.
Everyone else.
You
Hunter,
know,
we're pretty cool.
with the state of the country the way it is and all the division, this is kind of cool. Everyone can just come meet together. I don't really see any ignorant protesting or anything. Everyone's kind of sticking to the theme of it. I like that. They're kind of leaving politics out of it and just having a good time, which is partially why I started this podcast. So I'm all about this. Everybody just, you know, having a good time, hanging out, finding things that you mutually agree on, like all the tinfoil hat kids, which I'm one of. It's cool to see people actually, you know, just come together and push all the other crap aside. Clap alien cheeks. Clap damn cheeks. It's kind of weird. I guess the Japanimation guys are there. They want to see some aliens do weird stuff. That's not really what I'm thinking about. No, I kind of want to ask them other things. You know, just put a bunch of dudes together and they're gonna try to have sex with the aliens. That's humans for you. So I'm not gonna be like, where'd you come from? What's the name of your alien planet? You know, can we have some of your awesome technology? supposedly, right after World War II is around the time when microwave ovens actually were developed. And there is a theory that that was actually alien technology from one of the wrecked spacecrafts. I'm not really sure if it was on an alien ship and they found this microwave technology. It was probably a weapon like a Black Hawk helicopter. If our military would have a Gatling gun on it, I can imagine this just being some kind of like giant barrel that shoots radioactive microwaves out of it and would just cook people. So, what way to turn lemons into lemonade if that's the case. So, I'm sure they have weaponized it. Matter of fact, they have weaponized it. Also have a theory that they haven't actually fired up the 5G internet yet. They've got all these towers everywhere, but honestly, my internet's gotten crappier. I don't know if it's got something to do with this whole net neutrality thing that they've been talking about, but my internet has actually just become laggier. So they're like, we're gonna put all these 5G towers up everywhere, and it's gonna make everything super fast. Well, you know, it's not. It got slower. So that tells me that either they haven't turned 5G on yet because it supposedly gives people cancer and can cook us. So that's terrifying as well. Who knows if this 5G technology, where it's from, who knows? I don't really care enough about it to learn the science of it because, you know, I don't have 4 years to get a degree. But I will just say that there are proven facts that cell phones can cause tumors to grow where you have it. Like if you're always keeping your cell phone in your pocket, your thigh will develop tumors over time. So that's scary. You know, that's terrifying. So I feel like if there are aliens, they're probably from another dimension. And that is what CERN is doing with the Large Hadron Collider. Who knows where all this crazy technology is coming from. But if you really think about what I'm saying, it makes sense. You know, I don't know about you, but like 5G hasn't really, like, I'm not really getting any benefits from 5G. They kind of made it out to be this great, awesome thing. Well, it's not really doing anything. Except for you cannot go a mile down the road. I travel with work for a living at a couple of different jobs actually, so I'm around the country a lot, and these 5G towers are everywhere. I've actually got some footage the shop I work out of with one of my jobs, they have contracted out, I guess, with the government. I guess it'd be cool to ask the landlord of this building how exactly it came about that he got this huge 5G tower on the backside of his property. You know, like, is the government giving people money to let them build on their property, or is, you know, I'm just not sure how this is working out. You know, so that would be something interesting for the future to find out. You know, how exactly that's working out. You know, if you follow where the money's going, if you follow the money, usually you'll find out where the source is. Yeah. So I'm still researching on this 5G stuff. I'm not really too sure how I feel about it. I definitely think that it can cause funky things. It is crazy. As far as we know, it's just some kind of military thing. So not really too sure. I do know that I have my drone out, and my house is already on a hill, elevated up. So I'm already, you know, up here, and then the city's down here, you know, ground level. I'm at the top of this mountain. So I threw my drone up, and you know, if I was down here, my drone would be about where my house sits, elevation-wise. So my house is already up here. So I threw my drone up, and I took it as high as it would go. High as it would go. And I flew it around up there for a little while, and the wind caught it. This was actually when I was trying to get a shot of the full moon for the Friday the 13th full moon episode. The gust of wind caught it, threw it in a tree. But yeah. Yeah, it definitely gave me the willies. I was like, yo, why is a helicopter showing up? Maybe just random. Probably was just wings, the local medical chopper. Could have been anything. Could have been the government too, though. Coming to check out what I was doing up here, you know. Stuff flying around in the sky. Come see what that is. One of the most vivid dreams I have ever had in my life. I had when I was actually a child. I was probably around 5 years old. We lived out in kind of the boonies a little bit, not too far off, but enough to where you can see the sky without all the light pollution. Actually, I was in a little town called Watauga, Tennessee, not too far from where I live now. Still, probably about an hour and a half away. But one of those vivid dreams I have as a child was seeing this craft land in the backyard, and like this door come down, and these guys, these aliens, were just coming out of it, and they had really big heads. It was like pretty vivid. I just distinctively remember being terrifying. Like these guys were coming out of it, and there's a mountain back up behind the hill, and that dream was extra terrifying. Not to mention, outside of my bedroom window, there's a bush there, and the bush branch was against the window, scraping. So I'm having this crazy dream about aliens, and they're like marching up to my house, and then I wake up terrified, and this branch is just scraping up and down outside the window. I just remember laying in bed as a little kid, just like, oh my God, these aliens are coming to get me. They're gonna take me, and haul me off. People are starting to slowly trickle off into the darkness. So I feel like there may be a group of people here who are very tactically slipping off one by one, and maybe they're gonna go meet down, crawl under the fence together. We've got a snitch. This guy's snitching people out for content. Okay. If you see this kid, punch him in the head. Punch him in the head. I mean, I know how it is with the podcast. You want interesting content. You want to keep people interested, but yeah, we don't snitch. We don't do that snitching stuff. So this guy's name is probably Chad. He's tattletaling on people slipping off from the Area 51.
It is possible that some of them could have escaped.
Some people said it was monkeys from a circus. I didn't know that there was a circus at the time, and neither did my family. There ain't no silver monkeys. How can a monkey be silver?
It points out that tectonic pressures in the Earth can create unusual forms of electromagnetic discharge, strong enough to disorient people.
These electromagnetic plasmas have this enormous, powerful electromagnetic field around them. And when a person gets close to this field, it does interact with brain biochemistry. It also produces serotonin, a substance that is biochemically identical to a hallucinogenic drug called dimethyltryptamine, which is a 30-minute LSD trip, which, gee, if you had a 30-minute LSD trip...
I have no idea why the aliens visit me. Maybe they're just passing over or something and got curious and wanted to come down. I don't have no idea. Why do you think? Oh, there was no alcohol there. No alcohol at all.
Bring some water! Water my ass! Bring this guy some Pepto-Bismol! Waitress! What did he order?
Oh, he had a special.
That's what I ordered! I changed my order to the soup. Good move. Oh, no. Not again.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss, my wine. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own.
Check, please.